Hello. So today we are once more looking into the Cambridge IGCSE listening paper. We are taking a deep dive into section B, world music. And today we are zooming in on Latin America. So we're going to listen to some Latin American music, and of course we're just going to remind ourselves what section B entails. So section B1 and section B2 both count 6 marks each. They have to do with general world music listening. Then section B3 has to do with our world music focus. And for the year 2024, of course it is Latin American music. So we won't get anything like this in 2024 because our world focus will be on Latin American music. However, in 2025, and if you are gearing up for the year 2025, the world music focus there is Chinese, and you may very well, in your Cambridge Music IGCSE listening paper, get a Latin American general world music excerpt. So we're just going to go ahead and dive right into the questions. Once more, this does come directly from the Cambridge School Support Hub, which I have linked in the description below. This is a great resource for teachers and tutors alike, and it really does give you a good mindset and a good structure for how you can help your students prepare for this exam. So we're hopping right into the questions for section B2. Describe the music played by the first instrument. Okay, name the melody instrument. What other instrument is heard? So we're going to name a main melody instrument and then another instrument that we hear. Then how is this other instrument that we hear being played? Then of course the last question is, where does this music come from? Or from where does this music come? And of course we are dealing with South American music here, so we'll go ahead and put that in. We don't have to give a reason for our answer, but definitely some character traits will come up here and some characteristics will make themselves known, and it will be quite obvious as to why this is a South American or a Latin American music excerpt. So with the Cambridge IGCSE paper, you have to order it and answer it systematically. So when you are in section B, you have to go from section B1, tie that up first before moving on to section B2, which this is our example of a section B2 in the Cambridge past paper. So we will have 4 music playings of each. We will have a first playing, a silence, a second playing, a silence, a third playing, a silence, and then a final and fourth playing. After which there will be a final silence during which you can tie up all your answers before moving on to your world music focus. So let's hop right into our listening and then we can answer our questions.
Now listen to music B2 and answer the questions.
Okay, so let's answer our questions. So it says, describe the music played by the first instrument. We'll listen again in order to describe it, but let's just go ahead and name that main melody instrument first. So question 13, name the main melody instrument. And of course we are hearing the panpipes at the forefront. And then what other instrument is heard? We can definitely hear that charango underneath there. And then how is this instrument being played? We can definitely hear the, I want to almost say shakiness, but trembling. It is a tremolo there played by the charango, and we can definitely go ahead and tick that. It's not arco, it's not being bowed, it is not a glissando, it is not muted in any way. So we can also answer this question just by eliminating what it is not, but for sure it is a tremolo there, so we can go ahead and tick that. And of course, from where does this music come? It is South America. You can also write down Latin American music tradition if you would like to, and that will give you your mark there. So let's go ahead and listen to the extract once more, and then we will describe the music being played by the first instrument. So this will happen before the panpipes come in. So let's go ahead and listen to our extract once more.
Music B2, second playing.
Okay, so I'm sure we heard that there. I'm going to pause here in the extract. Of course, in the real exam, we don't have leisure of pausing or anything like that. The invigilator in the room will just play the CD right through. But today we have the leisure of pausing. So of course there we heard the music being played by the first instrument. And we can describe this as very repetitive, very ostinato-like. It also has a very low bass line. So we only need 2 marks here. The mark allocations are in brackets, so we would need 2 facts for 2 marks. But if you want to add anything else, we can say it is in a minor key, for instance. And we can also say that that very low bass line is followed by broken chords, and the broken chords do happen to be at a higher pitch. So, okay, we've answered all our questions, and within subsections, you don't have to order it from the beginning of the subsection to the end. You have 4 playings, 4 listenings to the extract. You can answer it in any order. For instance, I think the first thing that you would go ahead and answer is what type of tradition this music is, or where the music comes from, because, you know, to get the easy things out of the way, and afterwards you will maybe zoom into a specific question that you maybe are uncertain about after 1 or 2 playings, just like we did now. And as long as you answer all those questions before moving on to the next subsection, you are good to go. So I hope that that has helped you regarding Latin American music. And if you do get Latin American music in your 2025 general music listening, I hope that this has served you well.